Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank the Harrington School for inviting me to read today. My name is Assistant Superintendent Maurice Pratt, and I work at the Essex County Sheriff's Department. Today I'm reading a book to you from one of our training rooms over here at the Middleton facility. I'd first like to show you the flags that we have. Over my right shoulder is the American flag. And over my left shoulder is our department flag here at the Essex County Sheriff's Department. So we're very excited to be a part, once again this year, to be a part of Harrington Reads. Today I'll be reading The Gardener by Sarah Stewart, and the pictures are by David Small. It's a unique book because it takes place in the years 1935 and 1936. Which is a little bit different for us. So I'm going to jump right in. We start by seeing a young girl in a garden with an older lady who actually turns out to be her grandmother. But I don't want to let any secrets out. And we start with a letter that she has written, the young girl has written. August 27th, 1935. Dear Uncle Jim, Grandma told us after supper that you want me to come to the city and live with you until things get better. Did she tell you that Papa has been out of work for a long time and no one asked Mama to make dresses anymore? We all cried, even Papa. But then Mama made us laugh with her stories about her chasing up the trees when you were both little. Did you really do that? I'm small but strong, and I'll help. I'll help you in any way I can. However, Grandma said to finish my schoolwork before doing anything else. Your niece, Lydia Grace Finch. So Lydia is writing a book to her uncle, hoping that she can go live with him for a while. September 3rd, 1935. Dear Uncle Jim, I'm mailing this from the train station. I forgot to tell you in my last letter 3 important things that I am too shy to say to your face. Number 1, I know a lot about gardening, but nothing about baking. I'm anxious to learn to bake, but is there any place I can plant seeds? I like to be called Lydia Grace, just like Grandma. Your niece, Lydia Grace Finch. And we see little Lydia is at the train station, and it looks like her grandma and her grandfather are saying goodbye to her, as well as some other family members. So she's going to see her Uncle Jim. On the train, September 4th, 1935. Dear Mama, I feel so pretty in your dress that you made over for me. I hope you don't miss it too much. Dear Papa, I haven't forgotten what you said about recognizing Uncle Jim. Just look for Mama's face with a longer nose and a mustache. I promise not to tell him. Does he have a sense of humor? And dearest Grandma, thank you for the seeds. The train is rocking me to sleep, and every time I doze off, I dream of my garden. Love to all, Lydia Grace. So here's Lydia sitting all by herself on the train. She's got maybe a bagged lunch and the seeds that were given to her, and she's heading for Uncle Jim's. Then I like this picture. This looks like Lydia Grace at the train station when she arrived. See how alone she is? I bet she feels very lonely, doesn't she? September 5th, 1935. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I'm so excited. There are window boxes here. They look as if they've been waiting for me. So now we'll both wait for spring. And Grandma, the sun shines down on the corner where I'll live and work. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. Uncle Jim doesn't smile. So here's Uncle Jim. We're going to find out that he might own this bakery, right? December 25th, 1935. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I adore the seed catalogs you sent for Christmas. And Grandpa, thank you for all the bulbs. I hope you received my drawings. I wrote a long poem for Uncle Jim. He didn't smile, but I think he liked it. He read it aloud, put it in his shirt pocket, and patted it. Love to all, Lydia Grace. So here's Lydia Grace at her Uncle Jim's. Now we see a couple of things, right? Uncle Jim looks very serious. We see a cat over here licking dirty dishes. The iron's out. There's some things on the table. So Uncle Jim's he's a little busy. Maybe he's not the neatest guy, but he's got a lot going on, right? And now he's got his niece to take care of. And he's probably glad that Lydia Grace came to see him. February 12th, 1936. Dearest Grandma, thank you again for those bulbs you sent at Christmas. You should see them now. I really like Ed and Emma Beach, Uncle Jim's friends who work here. When I first arrived, Emma told me she'd show me how to knead bread if I could teach her all the Latin names of the flowers I know. Now, just half a year later, I'm kneading bread and she's speaking Latin. More good news. We have a store cat named Otis, who at this very moment is sleeping at the foot of my bed. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. Uncle Jim isn't smiling yet, but I'm hoping for a smile soon. So here's Lydia Grace in the bakery. We see Uncle Jim, he's working, right? Looks like he's decorating a cake. And this is probably her friend Emma. And Mr. Beach is over here, right? So Mr. and Mrs. Beach work at the bakery. March 5th, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I've discovered a secret place. You can't imagine how wonderful it is. No one else knows about it but Otis. I have great plans. Thank you for all the letters. I'll try to write more, but I'm really busy planting all your seeds in cracked teacups and bent cake pans. And Grandpa, you should smell the good dirt I'm bringing home from the vacant lot down the street. Love to all, Lydia Grace. And there she is, there's Lydia. She's looking out the window, up the fire escape. And guess what? We see her secret place. The fire escape leads to the roof. And here she is up on the roof all by herself. Probably not too safe, but she's probably very careful. April 27th, 1936. Dearest Grandma, all the seeds and roots are sprouting. I can hear you saying, April showers bring May flowers. Emma and I are sprucing up the bakery, and I'm playing a great trick on Uncle Jim. He sees me reading my mail, planting seeds in the window boxes, going to school, doing my homework, sweeping the floor, but he never sees me working in my secret place. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I'm planning on a big smile from Uncle Jim in the near future. So here's Lydia Grace on the floor of the bakery. There's the kitty cat Otis, right? It looks like a nice bakery. And we can see some goodies in the case right there, a little cash register. 5 cents a loaf for bread, that's pretty good. May 27th, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, you should have heard Emma laugh today when I opened your letter and dirt fell out onto the sidewalk. Thank you for all the baby plants. They survived the trip in the big envelope. More about Emma. She's helping me with the secret place. Hurrah! Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I saw Uncle Jim almost smile today. The store was full, well, almost full, of customers. We see Lydia Grace opening the envelope. Dirt falls out. There's her friend laughing. The postman that just brought the letter, right? There's Otis. Got some birds. She's having fun, isn't she? June 27th, 1936. Dear Grandma, flowers are blooming all over the place. I'm also growing radishes, onions, and 3 kinds of lettuce in the window boxes. Some neighbors have brought containers for me to fill with flowers, and a few customers even gave me plants from their gardens this spring. They don't call me Lydia Grace anymore. They call me the gardener. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I'm sure Uncle Jim will smile soon. I'm almost ready to show him my secret place. Look what a busy place it is here outside of the bakery. We see the bakery. We see all kinds of people milling around, some cars in the street. There's a little cart with some, looks like some produce on there, some vegetables and fruit. This older gentleman with a white beard, he's smelling a flower. He probably got that from Lydia Grace, right? And here's Lydia up here with all her flowers. Boy, she's having fun. Look at the window boxes. July 4th, 1936. Dearest Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I am bursting with happiness. The entire city seems to be beautiful, especially this morning. The secret place is ready for Uncle Jim. At noon, the store will close for the holiday, and then we'll bring him up to the roof. I've tried to remember everything you ever taught me about beauty. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I can already imagine Uncle Jim's smile. Look what she's done. She's taken all the flowers and she set them up. What's this sign say? Can you see that? You've arrived. Another sign. Please go up. Wow, this one says this way. And there's Otis the cat. He's having fun. Oh boy, look at that. Uncle Jim came up to the roof and look at all the flowers. That is terrific. Wow, and look at, she's even got a little watermelon there. July 11th, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, my heart is pounding so hard, I'm sure the customers can hear it downstairs. At lunch today, Uncle Jim put the closed sign on the door and told Ed and Emma and me to go upstairs and wait. He appeared with the most amazing cake I've ever seen, covered in flowers. I truly believe that cake equals 1,000 smiles. And then he took your letter out of his pocket with the news of Papa's job. I'm coming home. Papa has a job. Love to all, and see you soon, Lydia Grace. P.S. Grandpa, I've given all my plants to Emma. I can't wait to help you in your garden again. We gardeners never retire. So there they are up on the roof. There are her new friends. There's Lydia Grace. There's Uncle Jim with a beautiful cake and all the flowers. Now, something that we didn't talk about was back in 1935 and 1936, there wasn't too much money and people were having a tough time finding work. So she went, and because her grandfather didn't have a job, she went and stayed with her uncle for a while. Well, guess what happened? She fell in love with her new friends. She had a wonderful time with her uncle. Her uncle loved having her there. Her grandfather got a job. She's going home, and she's a great gardener. So I think this book has a pretty happy ending, don't you? Well, I loved reading with you, and hopefully next year I'm going to be live at the Harrington School. So thank you very much. Be safe.